in the old days, we would have to memorize things. I don't think we have to memorize anything. Then we live more in the present because we can access the past, but we still have to reason what we're accessing. There's three components to everything. One is most people don't even pay attention. Right? They're not paying attention. There's no attention to what they're doing. They won't even look at their calendar. They won't even look at their day. You know, they just are literally 90% are just living without paying attention. Then even a smaller percentage are.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's discipline. I think that no one's training us in the right ways. That with what's going on, there's three things that occurred. There's history, which we have to memorize or have a memory of. And then there's the present, which takes reasoning. And then there's the future that takes imagination. So those three components, and they've changed. So if we're going to pay attention to the past, the present, or the future, we first have to understand, in the old days, we would have to memorize things. I don't think we have to memorize anything. Then we live more in the present because we can access the past, but we still have to reason what we're accessing. So there's no reasoning in the memorization. There's no reasoning at all, right? It's a skill. You could practice it just like shooting hoops. Alan's one of the best basketball coaches. So, you know, I could practice shooting hoops and get better and better at free throws if no one's guarding me. But it's true, right? Even at 51, I could get better at that. That's memorization. There's no reasoning in there. And so where we've moved from a memorizing society because there was no way to access the information, the only way we could access information to reason was through what was in our brain or asking other people for the answers, but the accuracy wasn't there. Now we have to reason because you can access information, but do we know it's true or not? Because now anybody can be our source. So now we have a different issue in reasoning. And it's causing problems in our financial institutions, our political institutions, our educational institution, because we can access facts that aren't true, and people say things all the time that aren't true, and there's so much excess.
So are you proposing that there's a change in curriculum of how we teach our younger students?
Yeah, I personally think so. I believe that we'll start exercising like John Asseroff teaches. We'll exercise the brain. There's an exercise that takes place. Example, the one that I use right now is foreign languages. So I've always been a huge proponent of teaching foreign languages, I think. And the reason for me, the reasoning, was that the more languages that you knew, the more effectively you could communicate. So if I went to China and could speak your language, I could have an impact on you much greater than with a translator or worse, which most people do. Problem today is that there's a certain part of my mind that is exercised when I learn Spanish, Hebrew, English. There's a certain part of my mind, but it's unnecessary to learn the actual language, but the inner size is necessary. Why?
Inner size.
Yeah. So because next year on your iPhone, and I know it's already, Microsoft has it already, and they're doing a commercial about it. If you've seen it, you know, it said Zebra's not available or whatever. I could just tap Mandarin, make my phone call, and everything I say in my voice will convert to Mandarin, and then when they speak back to me, it'll convert to English. So why would I have my 15-year-old studying Mandarin? Other than the part of the brain that learns languages, which is an inner size, right?